Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire, mentor, and trader here with another FAQ Friday. I was going to say Ferrari Friday. I do Ferrari Friday, FAQ Friday. I don't know. Friday is a good day. Today's FAQ will be all about my charity because there's a lot of questions about this. I get some nasty comments from some people. They're like, oh, you just do it to make money. Like it's a tax haven. First of all, you can't make money giving money away. There seems to be something missing there. Yes, it is a tax deduction. So, when my tax bracket is roughly 35, 40%, if I donate, I can take 35 to 40% off my taxes. So yeah, I do save a little money, but I don't make money. I don't take 140% off my taxes. I don't donate and then I pocket that money. There seems to be something missing there. Also, why do I do it? Because I love it. I have 35 schools that are built or in development around the world. We're also building libraries now, a medical center in the Philippines, and I have a soccer stadium opening in Cambodia. So I'm trying different stuff. And in the Philippines, I'm actually working with these kids where basically $4,000 per child saves them. They have a 90% success rate with cancer treatment. Unbelievable. So for $4,000, I get to basically save a kid's life. Very thrilled to do it. And it's not to make money. It's because, once you make enough money, in your life, okay, you can only have so many Ferraris and Lamborghinis and take these excessive trips. And I have a whole bunch of different real estate all over the world. That gets boring after a while. You start to look for more fulfillment. And I know, frankly, a few billionaires who are pretty miserable because they have so much money. Everyone knows they have so much money and they're kind of prisoners to their money. They're always worried they have this look about them. Actually, some of the billionaires I know, they're like little old men, and they're like, what's going on? They have to be very careful. They have to have extra bodyguards all over the place. They can't trust literally anybody. And I don't want that for myself. I don't want to be imprisoned by my money. So I have several $1 million in the bank, and then I give several $1 million away with my charity. And I love helping these people, all over the world. Schooling is my passion. Education is my passion. I really did just donate $1 million from my charity foundation to Pencils of Promise, which is my favorite charity because they're so organized. They've now built over 400 schools around the world in Ghana, Laos, and Guatemala. And I look forward to visiting more of them, But when you go see these kids and you see these communities and understand these are out in the middle of nowhere, they've never had access to education or knowledge. They're always kind of just condemned to these menial labor jobs because they have to support their family. They have to try to make money. And so they don't have a chance. They never are given a chance to really learn or develop their brains. So for me, it's an honor to build schools in these third world countries. The money goes so far, it's roughly $40,000 to $50,000 per school. And I do help people in the US too. Some people are they get offended, oh, why are you helping all these other countries? What's wrong with the US? There's so many people to help. First of all, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not one of these guys. I'm not that rich. I have several $1 million that I've given away. But I also support the Boys and Girls Club in Fort Lauderdale, and I've supported the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I support PATH over in LA, which helps homeless people. There's also Project Chicken Soup, which helps deliver nutritious meals to people who are sick. There's so many great charities, and it's crazy to me that more of you guys aren't involved. The charity pictures and photos and videos that I post, they get the least social likes. If I post a picture of my Lamborghini, I'm literally getting 10,000 plus likes. And then if you see me, helping feed a homeless guy, it gets 2,000 likes. It blows my mind, your priorities. And I blame the Kardashians and Ryan Seacrest mainly. But it's not the end of the world. It's glamorous to have an exotic car. It's not glamorous to help homeless people. I get it. But at the same time, if and when you do make a lot of money, remember this video and stay open to giving to others because, it feels great, okay? It's not like I'm doing this just because I want to. I want to feel good. It is kind of selfish in the sense that I still feel good when I do it, but it's my honor. It's not the same kind of high that you get when you go, 200 miles an hour on the highway in Miami in your Lamborghini. It's a very different kind of dopamine hit. But it does feel good to help others, and I'm proud of it. This is what money I think should be used for, treat yourself, treat your loved ones, treat your family, but also treat others. And also, you don't even have to necessarily donate a lot of money. Donate time, like volunteer at your local charity. Whatever it is, I travel all over the world, so I find these local charities. I was just in Italy, and now we're working with mentoring USA Italia. I was in Greece. We're working with this orphanage there. I'm in Bali, Bali Children's Project, Cambodia, the Cambodian Village Fund. Nepal now, I'm working with Build On, which actually is a great charity. They actually build the schools, but they also send inner city kids from the US to help build the schools, so the inner city kids can see the third world countries. I encourage you to visit third world countries whenever you can. I know you just want beaches and all you can drink resorts in Mexico, like with your time off, but consider visiting a third world country with a charity and really seeing how other people live. You might be pretty much amazed, and your priorities might change when you see, some of the happiest people that you'll ever meet, and they have nothing. And then you compare it to billionaires who have so much and they're miserable. It's kind of crazy, to see the dichotomy there. But a lot of these people have nothing and they're just happy to be alive. They're happy to have family. And I'm excited to see what happens when they have more access to education. They don't necessarily have to become billionaires, but if they are able to do skilled labor, then their family and their community's wealth can increase. And it doesn't take that much to increase the wealth of a community in any of these third world countries. But really, when you start meeting these people, they're so grateful and they're so nice and sweet. Even if you give them like $1 or $5. When I announced my $1 million donation to Pencils of Promise, I announced it in Laos, and the translator didn't understand what $1 million was. She said, like, he's donating $1,000. And the whole crowd went crazy over $1,000 because they can't even picture, $1 million. So anything that you give is beautiful. I'm proud to help out. My How to Make Millions DVD is my best-selling DVD, and this one DVD has raised over $3 million now for charity. Pretty awesome. I wanted to teach people everything that I knew. This is why How to Make Millions turned out to be 35 hours. It was supposed to be 20 and 24 hours, but I just kept adding more and more information to it. And I don't make a dime off of it. So a lot of people seem to not want to study from me because they're like, oh, he's just teaching to make money. So I was like, well, let me dispel that BS and make this DVD all for charity. I don't make a dime off it. And it became my best-selling DVD. That's how much people hate paying me to learn. It doesn't matter if I make the money or if it goes to the charity. I want to teach you, but whatever I can do to get you to learn. And now that you have helped me raise millions of dollars for charity, I'm very thankful. I'm doing more DVDs now in the future that are going to be all for charity too. So it's my pride, it's my passion project to really grow the Timothy Sykes Foundation, to hand over big checks. And this is another question I get. Some people are like, oh, why do you have to show off with big checks? I post a throwback Thursday photo every now and then of me with a big $15,000 check to Tulane University where I went to school. I donated a scholarship while I was still in college. This was before social media. This was 2002. And I liked the big checks. When you have the money and you can give it away, I like big checks, and I cannot lie, okay? It's fun to get a big check. And no, the big checks are not cashable. Go watch Happy Gilmore. You'll learn that the big checks are just for show. So I print out these big checks. It's fun to take pictures with. It's cool to get everybody all excited. Just the other day, I was actually in LA with LA Makerspace, which is a new US charity that I'm supporting. And they actually have a cool little thing where they turn libraries into classrooms, and the librarians they train to become teachers. So in a lot of these inner cities, the libraries are very popular places, and kids are hanging out there all the time. Now the Makerspace can teach them, just basic stuff like how to create little basic robots and science and math, and it's very cool. So I'm proud to support LA Makerspace. I donated $20,000. Had a big check. I'll post a photo soon. So there's so many different great charities. There's an animal shelter in New Jersey that I just donated $25,000 to also. Rancho Relaxo Rescue Farm in New Jersey. They're doing fantastic work, saving all these animals. My top student, Tim Grittani, I asked him when he passed $1 million, what's your favorite charity? I donated $50,000 to Second Chance Humane Society in his honor. And now we're building the Tim Grittani School in Bali with the Bali Children's Project. I'm going to visit it with him in a little bit. We also have my first millionaire student has a school under his name, the Michael Good School in Bali, which we're going to visit. So I name schools after my students. I help the animals. I help sick kids. I help homeless people. I help build schools. Whatever you can do to help. And I encourage you to try different charities, work with them, see what you can do, especially in the third world. And even if you can't donate money, visit the third world. Go and see these people. You'll see that I'm not lying, that, it'll change the way you look at the world. When you see some of these kids, they have no shoes, they can't afford it, and so they tape plastic water bottles to the bottom of their feet, and that is their shoes because the ground is, hot and rocky. So even if they tape, plastic water bottles to their feet, that is still better for their feet than just, going barefoot. So when you see that first person, I know it's different, hearing about it through like a video like this, but when you see that in person, it just changes your priorities. I mean, we complain about stupid stuff like, oh, I have no Wi-Fi, I don't have good reception. Like, who cares? Change your priorities. Recognize that the vast majority of the world is starving for food and medicine and education, and we can help. So that's what the Timothy Sykes Foundation is all about. Yes, I also do get like a 35 to 40% off on my taxes, but I don't make money on it. I don't just do it for show. I actually like going to these communities. It's my pride and joy out of everything that I do, besides trading and teaching. I love this the most. It's not just a little side project for me. I have a problem where I get into something and I'm like, oh, I'll do a little something, and then I just get obsessive. I have like this disorder with my head where I just need to go crazy. Like, I don't just need to build one school. I want to build thousands of schools. I did this one tweet where I said, for every retweet, I'm going to build a school. And now we have like 4,000 retweets. I'm going to build it. I'm going to start with trying to build over 1,000 schools. So that's going to be roughly $40 or $50 million. In some societies, some communities, they don't need schools, so we're building libraries and medical centers. I'm going to count that in, my 35 overall projects. But I'm going to build 1,000 different projects in the next few years. It's my honor. It's a nice little competition for me, and it helps so many people. So that's what my charity is about. Thank you again for buying the DVDs that go to charity. Thank you for a lot of you guys, who do support my charity stuff and you retweet and you like it. Please share it more. The cool thing about sharing my charity work on social media, many of you guys don't realize it, but I have a lot of followers and their followers have a lot of followers. And so actually some of the charities that I work with, from Pencils of Promise to the Bali Children's Project, email me when some of my followers donate to them. So I'm trying to get the word out. So if you can, retweet me or share the charities that I work with, they need all the exposure they can get because no one is marketing them. Charity is sadly so unsexy on social media. So we need to do everything possible. So all you anonymous donors out there, stop being so selfish with your weird narrow-mindedness and your egos. And even though you want to live like in caves and be trolls, share information about these charities. Share your giving. Help them get the word out about all the great work they do. Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire, mentor, and trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.